Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 140 of my journey through Settlers of Kalguur League. Today, I'm going to be going into Heist with my Ground Slam Behemoth. This build is interesting if you haven't seen it. I have 5 different war cries and I have a really big Ground Slam. I'll quickly go through it here if you haven't seen this. The Behemoth Phrecia Ascendancy has all of its spells disabled, but melee hits count as rampage kills and I get rampage. I also guarantee get fortify on melee hit. I get 0.2% life regen per fortification, extra max fortification, attack speed per fortification, and I have a bunch of extra max rage and a chance to gain max rage on hit. But since I can't deal damage with spells and spells are disabled, I am using a Light Poacher, which triggers a level 20 Spirit Burst when you use a skill while you have a Spirit Charge. But that is a spell, so I don't expend spirit charges. I gain a spirit charge on kill, and I have max spirit charges equal to the number of Abyss Jewels affecting me. And I get physical as extra of each element per spirit charge. So that's 5% fizz as fire, 5% fizz as cold, and 5% fizz as lightning. So I have a 2-socket Light Poacher, there's 2. I'm also wearing a Shroud of the Lightless that has 2 Abyss Jewels in it as well. And with this, I get 4% Elipin per Abyss Jewel and 3% life per Abyss Jewel. Another Abyss Jewel in my belt. And then I've got an Abyss Jewel here, and an Abyss Jewel here, and an Abyss Jewel here, and one down here. So that's 9. So if I kill 9 enemies, that gives me 135% physical as extra elemental damage, and 36% Elipin, and I have a big Fizz Axe, which honestly, you know, I might see if I can just recombinate a better axe here before we get going with this. It's been a while since I've upgraded this build. Let's see what I've gotten here. I've got a bunch of flaring and some attack speed. So let's see if I can smash that together. With the attack speed, then I'll craft percent fizz and we'll be fine. I've got some gold for my recombinator. So I need a flaring Vol Axe of Celebration, flaring Vol Axe of Celebration. Okay. Regal says Dex. If I take this off kind of low in fire res, I can fix that though. I see how to make that better. Give this some increased fizz damage. Craft percent fizz. 123, but without quality, it's just better than the one I have. Yep, perfect. That was easy. Then an Omen of the Jeweler, Omen of Connections, and make it all reds. That was easy. Give it quality, 415 to 723 with better speed. Exalt it, 2 to 7 cold, and some strength. And then I want to make sure that I finish this event rank 1 Behemoth, and we've got a character pushing up halfway to level 97, so hopefully today I can push it to 99. That'd be cool. I think it's very unlikely that this guy dies in Heist. I'm not gonna mess with King's March at all. I have gold stocked up so that I can go do this. I have 224k rogue markers currently. How many reveals do I have? 26. So I think let's start by going into blueprints with what I can do. And I'm looking for tailoring orbs. All right, run the lower level ones first. If I'm going to have to run a bunch of contracts, I want some kind of trinket to buff things. I could still use gear and levels on a bunch of these guys too. Better to do that in blueprints. Oh yeah, I wanted to raise some fire res. Gloves get cold to fire. Okay, then I do a fire to cold, then cold to fire again. Roll better than 12. So then only option I got is fire to lightning. I can't do that unless I change the craft. Puts me at 90. Yeah, I would like that to be higher. Okay, change craft to some cold, fire to lightning, then lightning to fire. 14. I got me a couple. Then better lightning res than I had. There's probably all kinds of stuff I could do to upgrade this build. I can get another fire res with a blessed orb. And then Gianna's got a big determination. I got a pride on one. Grace is fine. Vendiri has pride. Upgrades can be made there. Try and roll another big 15% determination. I can't use auras, so getting a determination aura in here is massive. There's Determination, Regal, Exalt, some extra Plant Fizz there. Give this to Karst. I can't give it to Vendiri. There's a level 15 Haste Aura. Exalt that. Can I give that to Huck? Yes. So I'll have to be upgrading gear as we go. I am seeing all heist stuff. Yep. Then removing kindling and instilling orbs. I don't need more blessed orbs. I do not need scouring orbs. Don't need horizons. That's less things that are going to drop that I'm going to pick up. And let's go. Alright. Then hit all my war cries and bop. Bop. And yeah, I build up these spirit charges. They last a long time. So I should be able to keep the damage. I get tons of speed through Rampage and the fortification. My Flicker Strike build is squishy to fizz damage. And I can see myself getting in a bad situation doing these. And I can move pretty quick on this character too. And I'm going to try and grab catalysts if I can. Only thing I'm going to go out of my way to get. 20 seconds. We got Replica Fin Coil, Flesh Ripper, Quill Rain, Vol Orbs. There's 6 Link, Battle Lameller. The Flesh Ripper looks kind of nice, but 6 Link chest. No Tailoring Orb. And then with this build, yeah, I can actually like control my movement, and if I want to get out of here real quick, I can. That's another big perk of running this build. I actually have control of it, especially in these lower level ones. I don't need to go busting down all these walls. Just kind of get the small chests. Take some GCPs if they're going to drop like that. Replica 3-step Assault, Terror Maul, Chisels, Anarchic Spirit Blade, Chisels. Currency chests I'll get though. I could have turned Regret Orbs off probably. We got Chisels, Trinket. Here we go. Talismans and armor items. No. 17 Chaos, a Tailoring Orb. That is the thing. Let's go. Take off my chest, throw it in here so I can hit this with it. What do we got? Attribute requirements, mana mods. That's a little bit too much attribute requirements. Not that one. Siege Axe, Replica Prism Weave, Fin Coil, Trinket with Jewelry and Weapons. No. Replica Blood Play. Let's have a Prism Weave. Trinket, Div card items. Alts Alks is not ideal. Bloodthorn, Prism Weave, Blood Play, and a Crack Mace. Okay, this is a trinket, so we'll give that one a go. Another Tailoring Orb is an Fractal, Glorious Plate, Mechanical Belt, and a Replica Winterheart. Need that Tailoring Orb. Tailoring Orb gives mana and attribute modifiers. Picked up another Sharpening Stone, trying to get another Determination. There we go, Determination. Regal that. No more prefixes. I will slap that on Nanette. Replica Ambush, Prism Weave, Winterheart, Volker's Guidance. I'll take the Volker's Guidance. A Vol Scepter, Foundry Bow 6-link. Too bad it's not a Solarine Bow. I made a Burning Arrow build using a Solarine Bow on an Elementalist. That was fantastic. Replica Doge Rays Damning, Gladiator Plate, and a Twizzle. I'm going to take the Foundry Bow. It is 6-linked. Replica Quill Rain, Bloodthorn, a Trinket with 3% Breach items. I'll keep what I got. GCPs, or a Serrated Foil. 15 GCPs. Replica Ambush, Alts Alks, Augments Alks, Armor items, nope. 3-step Assault, Replica Void Eye, and a Gilded Axe. Not that. Let's take the Void Eye. Replica Bloodthorn, Replica Paradoxica, Replica Reckless Defense, not rolled well. Wings of Entropy, and a 6-link chest. Replica Paradoxica is a meme, because no great way to roll anything amazing on it. It has a Taurus veiled on it though. That could actually give it flat. You know what? We'll take that. Alright, let's see what we get here. Get Fizz Damage Impale. LE Pen. And chance to deal double damage. And we get Blood Rage attack speed. Give it Strength and crit chance. Is this the Taurus veiled? Yeah, I need the Flat Fizz. Okay, it's only a little bit. Chance to cause bleeding. I mean, not the worst, honestly. Still no actual Paradoxica. Ambush Charge, Elegant Ringmail, 5-linked, Exquisite Leather. That's got the defense mod magnitudes that I'm looking for. An Eternal Sword, that's bad, or Tenderizer, okay. Replica Ambush, all those are pretty bad. We've got a Pneumatic Dagger, Battle Lameller, Eye Gouger, Replica Oros, and a Behemoth Mace. Really don't want to take any of these bases, even if this is a top tier one with the Pneumatic Dagger. It's item level 75. Take the Replica Oros. Choices will get a little more interesting once I get into the higher level ones. A Fertile Catalyst. Ooh, there was a door blocking this one. I'm about to be quick. Sorrow, Divine Orb, Chaos. What is that? Inya's Divine Orb. Cool. 2 Unstable Catalysts. 17 Scourings, Replica Voidwalker, Replica Infractum, a Gavel, and Trinket with armor and weapon items. Voidwalker. Projectiles chain +1 times while you have phasing. There's a bunch of builds that's good for. Arc really likes that additional chain. Replica Bloodthorn. Harbinger items and unique items trinket with augments as Alks. An Abyssal Axe. Replica Harvest. And a 6-link Savant's Robe. What do I have here? Div cards. 1% chance for unique items and Harbinger. Yeah, let's do that. Still not ideal, but meh. You never know. I wonder if it'll drop Harbinger shards or if it's going to be like actual full Harbinger currency. Replica, Advancing Fortress, Eventuality Rod, Gladius, Vol Axe, and a Replica Infractum. Only item level 79 on the Eventuality Rod. Take the Advancing Fortress. A Void Axe. Opal Wand, Battle Lameller, Coiled Wand, and Delve Items Weapons. Heck, I don't like any of this stuff. I just click something. Get the enemies to spawn on the way out. Micro Distillery Belt, Replica Lavangia's Spirit, Meat Grinder, 20 Regrets, and a Tailoring Orb. That's an easy choice. What do we got? Explicit Defense Mods. I hit it. I got the thing already. Well, now I could bail from Heist and go farm rituals. Or I could just keep running Heists. Like, I only got 2 more blueprints, and then I might actually start getting XP doing this. Currently sitting at 3.8 million XP per hour. Crushing it on the XP. Replica Midnight Bargain. Coiled Wand. Replica Arendal's Embrace. Another Replica Arendal's. Or Fated End. Curse skills have increased cast speed. Non-aura hexes expire upon reaching 199% base effect. Hexes gain 20% effect per second. That's pretty nuts. Gotta take that. That's a Heist specific unique. There's definitely more likelihood that I'd level this character if I leave Heist. The only thing I really needed from this, I just got. The next big thing I need for the Flicker Strike build is a bit more RNG dependent, because I need the nameless rituals to get the audience with the king. Replica Harvest, Citadel Bow, Replica Pillars of Arun, Veil the Night, 15 Chaos. Easy take there. 15 GCPs, Replica Oros, Replica Quill Rain, 6-link Cutthroat's Garb, and 19 Unmakings. GCPs. In a normal league, I would have taken the Unmakings for sure, but Unmakings do nothing in the Phrecia event. A Replica Learcast, Talisman Jewelry Trinket, 18 Chaos, Sora of the Divine, or 20 Chaos. Alright, this blueprint has netted me 47 Chaos and a Fated Zid, and 20 GCPs. So there's a lot of value in running the blueprints, but I think I'm gonna switch it up. I've got today and then 3 more days to maybe get this character to level 100 and continue trying to min-max the Flicker Strike build. And if I'm efficient with it, it won't take long to level the character to 100. So I think we go set up an idle set to do that and smash some maps, but also farm ritual. I've also done a bunch of videos on Heist in my day and this league, so we'll switch it up. Here's my Exarch setup. I need 100% chance for the first Exarch altar. So that would be this, my Wrath of the Cosmos. Here is Immortal Syndicate rank with Beyond. I want that. Here's another one, 42% chance, and this is 52. This one has unique monsters slain at rituals, grant more tribute. I'll probably just do that one. What big things do I need out of here? Ritual. Monsters grant increased tribute. I have a bunch of the increased tribute things. One of these has 40% June chance, so that one's for sure in. This has 2 additional rerolls. That's important. Abysses spawn increased monsters for each prior pit. Lead to 4 pits if able. And there's the Abyss Monster XP. There are 5 of those. This is probably too much stuff to slap in one. Okay, that kind of perfectly fit in, leaving out 1 XP thing. And I can't get tons of extra tribute, but I get the extra rerolls, and I can put in Scarabs. Has no cost the first 2 times. There's 76 of these. So that would go in. I want increased monsters. There's additional Abyss. I could do 2 of maybe. Let's see what my numbers look like here. Only 31% chance for an Abyss. That's less than ideal. 40% chance for June. That's okay. I can put that in. 142 Abyss XP. This Abyss craft gives me 2. So I would want that. If I could remove this increased tribute, chance for June. I don't need to guarantee the X-Arc. Okay, let's pull that out, this out. Let's not worry about that. Where's my Beyond? I don't see that in here at all. Only 25% chance for Beyond. Here is 57% chance for an Abyss. I need to try and get that on a Ritual Tribute. So recombinate it. Lost the Abyss chance, kept the Tribute. Okay. I'll actually be able to gain gold if I'm doing maps too. I gained 8k gold in 2 hours of blueprints. Another all monsters magic. 57% Abyss. What do we got here? Kept the Abyss. Keep the Tribute. Nope, lost the Tribute. Try again. The Abyss is gone and the Tribute's gone. Well, try and get the magic monsters with Tribute. Nope, Tribute's gone there too. Well, dang. 48% chance for Beyond. Can I get that with the Tribute? No, lost the Beyond. Kept the Tribute. Another 46% chance. Come on. Beyond stayed. Lost the... This has the X-Arc altar on it though, with Beyond. So, let's say I don't get the... Wait, did I... 71% Beyond? Okay, that's close. I was thinking about putting a Beyond Scarab in. What I need though... I don't have many June Scarabs. I would also need an Endless Tide with as low roll as possible. Bunch of 42s. There's a 40. I also want my Wellspring of Creation. Here is chance for Abyss, chance for Beyond. Not worry about Wrath of the Cosmos. That leaves me another slot here. 96% chance for Beyond. That's not terrible. Can make that work. Only 56% Abyss though at the moment. How high is that roll? 25. I could try and put Abyss chance on an XP. Let's try that. Abysses spawn increased monsters. Abyss pits have 12% chance to spawn 100% increased monsters. Here's 44% chance for Abyss. 244%. What about 45? There's a 45. So that can roll up to 18%. Let's see if I have 18s. No 18s. 17% increased monsters. None of them are rolled very well. There's a 15% with Einhar. No thank you. 15%. Okay. 12% chance to spawn 100% is basically a 12% increased, so I think I'd be better with going for the... This one's got Beyond Portal Merging Radius. Oh man, there's a lot of ways I can dial this in. Well, there's something I put in here. That's 12% increased monsters per pit. That's fine. Ritual reroll, 4 pits if able. So I didn't put any of the magic monster things in there. Okay. Well then, let's try and combine Abyss Monster XP with increased monsters. Or Abyss Chance. Yeah, I need an Abyss Chance, because I'm what, at 56 of 44 or 45 would work 100%. So XP plus 44%, one prefix, and the other's a suffix. Okay, see? Got that one. Lost the XP. So then try and get the Abyss chance with the merging radius Abyss cracks. Abyss chance. Nope. Lost that. Okay. Lost everything I was trying to keep there. Awesome. Abyss increased monsters with Abyss chance. Abyss gone. The monsters stayed. Okay, try one more time here. Abyss chance. It's gone. And it got rid of the increased monsters. Okay. Mix some Abyss monsters with XP. Kept that. Kept. Yes. Awesome. I got one thing to hit. I dropped the one that just has the XP for the one with the XP and increased monsters. and everything else got deleted. So I got spots in there now. Abyss chance on a small one can roll up to 25. So I need 22 plus. Abyss chance. Favors deferred at rituals appear sooner. Chance for ritual altars. Chance contain abyss. I haven't even thought about chance for ritual altars. I'm gonna want to craft the abyss. So, another thing I need to look for. 42% chance for abyss with ritual. That'd put me 2% off. But I also don't have a spot for a sideways one. There's abyss chance, ritual chance. June ritual rank. Wait a minute. This is rank, more tribute. This one's beyond with rank. Unique monster slaying grant more tribute. Okay, we go for this one with the ritual altars. Where is ritual altar chance? 22%. So if I slap these two in, 100% chance for abyss currently. 67 on the ritual altar chance, so I need a big ritual. And June's up to 56%. So let's look for ritual June with a 25. There are none. 18 and 15. So that's not gonna work. What if I pulled out of this? And I need then beyond chance with June maybe. And I still need some ritual. This is tedious. 19% beyond, 20% ritual. 16 and 18. Say I slap those in. Where are we looking? Only 56 on June still. 15 short on beyond. Ritual's guaranteed. So a June beyond. 20%. Nope. There's big beyond June. Now I have too much beyond. Still short on June. So I need a June ritual instead of beyond ritual. Problem is there's not many of those. Ritual guaranteed, beyond guaranteed, abyss guaranteed, June guaranteed. Monsters deal less damage, no beyond bosses, bunch of abyss XP, increased monsters, Immortal Syndicate gains additional ranks, so that's easier to get going. This is the most optimized idol set that I've made. So I don't need the Betrayal Scarab anymore. I want the rituals, I want the increased monsters from abyss, guaranteed additional abyss. Then I could do some beyond portal merging radius. Those will run out. I could do some extra monsters from incursion, hunted traders. We'll start with beyond portal merging radius and incursion monsters. So that'd be 4 abyss per map. Okay, and then what map? Bog. That sounds good. And then I need a regex to roll these maps. Copy this. That is for my other build. Paste that in a notepad and label it. Then I can reset this. No reflect. Or effect doesn't matter. No minus max. No region. Recovery rate. Turn off crits. Turn off Fizz's Chaos. Turn off less armor. Less cooldown. Buffs expire faster. Charge steel. Let's remove always ignites. Reduce flask charges. Monsters poison on hit. I think that'll work. Pantheon. Yep. Unaffected by burning ground. A lot of prep work, but should prove worth it. I think my Exile can place it on my gloves is bad. Rage on hits. I don't need flat fizz. That'll work. Map, Exarch, Abyss, go. Alright, chill at the beginning of the map. Let things load if they have to, hopefully. Hit all of my war cries that didn't have their visuals. Ground slam. Get the things to work here. And do a slash reset underscore XP. Alright, let's bop. And bop. Bop. Things appear to be functioning. And I gotta hit all the war cries. Rage is ramped. Taking care of that pretty nicely. Got the intervention. Bop. And bop. 2 hits. This build is very satisfying for that. Bop. I still need to turn off regrets, vol orbs, unmakings. Like, if I don't need to loot it, I don't want to loot it. Focus on kill the monsters. Alright, and here comes the first abyss. First pit spit out 2 rares. I'm not using the headhunter. I'd have to work a lot of things differently to make that work. But they're gonna spit out tons of monsters. over double XP, more monsters per node, guaranteed 4 nodes, and there's 4 of them in the map. So yeah, it's gonna be fantastic XP. Just hop around the next pit. And then once I get comfortable with it, I will just run the abyss as I'm clearing the map, because they're going to be crazier than anything else. Okay, that's done. Don't need to worry about anything else. Don't touch the Legion. 3 abyss down. 1 more. This map is nice too, because it's nice and open. It's darker, so it's not like Dunes. It's not as bright. Just chill. And before I get through all the maps I have rolled, I will hit level 99. Pretty confident in that. And I have like 9 Omens of Amelioration just in case, but gotta be pretty hard to kill this guy. And then I finish with the boss. There's probably a ritual in here too. Probably should do this boss first, maybe, to bring it into the ritual. Maybe don't need to. Use all my war cries. Bop. So cool hitting such a large area. The rampage builds so quickly too. Melee build that hits the whole screen. Oh, gotta use the war cries. A lot of inputs to make this one work compared to the Flicker Strike. Flicker Strike, it's hold down right click and win. I also have this Rage Vortex that I could use. It's only a 4-link though. Don't really need it. Map cleared. Says 39.3 million XP. And then what do I need out of here? Dense fossils I want, and the first 2 rerolls are free. I need audiences. I think they can show up in normal rituals, so I go fishing for it, but not enough tribute to get the whole thing. So then let's math it out. 3932 minus 3757. It's 175 million divided by, it said like 39. 4.5 hours, like at best. That's doable. So we blast. The XP will actually be faster if I'm doing the abyss as I'm clearing the map rather than saving them all for the end like I did in the last one. And Soul Eaters. I can still stun them with this. That's awesome. And I will get Syndicate safe houses as well. It'll be good. Though I'm gonna have to boot Tora probably, for the sake of safety. We'll see what happens. And then I also gotta do the rituals. Those I should probably save for the end, in case I can get the boss in it. And hopefully I get the Nameless ritual. I'm not gonna be turning over lots of maps quickly to look for it, so it's probably not gonna be super likely that I find it. But trying to hit multiple avenues at once here. Not just farm the XP, but also looking for the next thing for the Flicker Strike build. Maybe take the Ritual Scarabs out even. No, it is the Ritual Scarabs giving me the 2 free rerolls. Imperfect Forest Warrior. Nothing out of there. That was 43.3. Ooh, I got DC'd. Did not die. Okay, ooh, that didn't kill me. Toxic Rain. I get so much life regen on this character, it's insane. With the fortification, and I get life regen per endurance charge as well, with whatever other life regen I got on the character. With the ascendancy and what I got on the passive tree, it's 0.3% life regen per fortification that goes up to 36. So from that alone, it's like almost 10% life regen. Behemoth would be way better in party play with somebody to provide auras. It's really kind of sketch playing an SSF on a Behemoth. Wait, my Omen is gone. Oh, I guess I did die in a Damn, that sucks. It's okay, that's why I have these things. Oh, the DC has changed my map device too. I didn't reselect Abyss. Man, annoying. Primal Demiurge casts Clarity. Perfect Pain Artist casts Zealotry. Gives crit multi. I'll grab that. It's also really nice that I got a better damage axe with attack speed even. This build feels even better than it did before. Elrion! Pop! Where's Tora? Oh, no. I dodged the Scourge Arrow. Okay. That poison, yeah, it's not too bad. Did I actually clear that in 2 hits? I think I did. The safe house is absolutely raising my XP per hour, so definitely worth to squeeze these in. Polaric Invitation. Always nice to get a rare Conqueror Idol as well. Those things are rare. If you really want to get a lot of Conqueror Idols, you gotta run Destructive Play and Maven Invitations, because they drop like crazy off bosses. A 6-link Sundering Axe in the ritual. Don't need that. Sheula Splinters, a perfect Guardian Turtle. Yo, give me that. Hell yeah. Take the Sheula Splinters. Katarina's a little rough. I do have... what is it called? Vengeful Cry. Gives me a bunch of rage in a pinch if I get hit. But I can stun Katarina. I can't build up my charges until these ads show up in here. But then I start getting some real damage output. There's so much damage tied up in that Fizz's Extra and the Ellie pin that comes from the spirit charges. Ooh, here we go. Tora removed. Just to be safe. Whoa! I killed the door, and the ripple from my ground slam hit Chimeria behind the door and killed Chimeria. So awesome. That's a cool thing about this ground slam kind of cascading outwards, is it can hit something that would be invulnerable, just like in that scenario there. Love it. Happens all the time with the Crimson Iron too. Since they go to full HP when you destroy one of the nodes, my one ground slam can take out like 3 of them because it is a cascade forward. Immortal Resolve. I think I scried something over to this map. I don't remember where exactly that was from, but I'll take it. Lightning Coil Drop. I've really been taking next to nothing out of these rituals. Not taking the fusings, not taking the alts. Just kind of re-rolling, looking for corpses. And omens, I guess. Everything else I can get elsewhere for the most part. And maybe I'm crazy, but I swear I've seen an audience with the king show up in just a normal ritual without being the nameless one. Riker replaced Tora, so let's take 10 Sheula Splinters. 3 different offerings of a single engineering orb. Engineering orbs really are so bad. Gravicious Chest. A Sulfite Scarab. Oof. Rip. Omen of Blanching. I wish I felt like investing the time and going in the abyssal depths. I'd be fishing for more things for this character. That 1 in 1,000 3-socket Shroud of the Lightless would be amazing. That's a Nameless Seer. Final boss drops Grand Embers too. I like that. What we got in here? 246 Widow Hail. It's probably the best thing there, honestly. But I don't need that. If there's anything I want from here, it's for dust. I think I have like 3 or 4 Writhing Jars, so I don't need another one of those. The Writhing Jar is how you build up the spirit charges in a single target fight. I think I take the Fractal Thoughts. I think that's the best dust. I'm gonna try switching to Vulcan and see if that fixes the start of the map loading. Take a long time to load into the map. No, that's still, yeah, still not showing the effects at first. It's been especially bad with this build, with this setup, because of the Beyond and the Exarch and the Rampage and all these things that kind of layer in as I'm starting into the map. It's been rough. So that didn't change it. Like once it's going, it's fine in the map. I don't understand though why like every map it has to go through all that when it's the same map tile set and everything. I don't know why DX11 would be any different. I mean, well, some sort of laggy. Yeah, I don't like that. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that one bit. No. Back to DX12 I go. Okay, this is at least playable. But yeah, then the Rampage kicked off, and I've got Beyond and Exarch and Betrayal. So much. Just like adding stuff in. It's sketchy. I picked up a Mist Wall. I think that's rare. It's a tier 3 unique. So rarer. Windscreen boots. Another perfect paint artist. Ooh, the other Behemoth gamers gaming. Yeah, that's why I'm pushing. They could very well have no idea that they're in the top Behemoth category on the ladder, or they very well know and are trying to beat me to 100. I have to assume the latter, because I'm not letting it go. Thus, here we are. It definitely would have been more fun to blast heists and stuff, even with the other character, but some things gotta be done. I've been talking about the possibility of having to do this, though, for weeks now, so shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that here we are blasting on the ground slam Behemoth. And somebody did mention that in the last episode, after I upgraded all of that gear, I didn't run a map or anything to test it out, but in reality it would have performed exactly the same. It's just scaling damage based on evasion now instead of having flat damage on a ring, and the damage that I gained is pretty much lost by losing the intimidate that was on my old gloves. So it's roughly a wash, I just have higher evasion rating. It'd perform exactly the same as it did. The only upside is that it's way easier to max out the rage. Map stash. Ooh, simulacrum splinters. Ugh. That looks like a nameless ritual altar. Hello! Definitely gotta check the boss first here. Yep, keep the unique in there. Well, that is huge. Actually coming through. I think I have one idol that gives extra favor for unique in the ritual, so I'm gonna need it. There's only 3, 2. Yikes. I think I have a chance to get 5 of them on defer. I'll easily be able to get 3. That's more than normal, at least. Alright, let's see here. Nothing perfect. Fur costs 800. Go next. Forest Warrior. I have a few Forest Warriors, so only defer the one. I could defer the one I already deferred, but I don't want to do it unless I'm forced to. Okay, just the one here. Spend the 2k. And can I get the 4th? I think so. Perfect Hulking Miscreation. Buffs nearby constructs with 100% increased damage and 30% attack and cast speed. Would an animate weapon not be considered a construct? We'll get that defer off. Can I defer this? No, I can't. Okay. Well, that's 4 of them. So the Scarab came in clutch and the Idol came in clutch. Cool. Well, now there's at least more purpose to doing the rest of the rituals, as I can work on getting them out of there. They have reached level 97. So now the tell could be is do they keep going or start doing stuff where they might die on that character? The account's set to private, so I can't see if how kitted they are or anything. Oh, I got 3 of them on the first rip here. Confirm. Free reroll, but I can only do 2 of them here. But as long as there's no red squares around them, we're fine. I got 5 defers out of this map. Good. Alva's Memory of Cascading Fortunes. Wildwood Abomination. That's cool. That's going to mean a bunch of tribute, favor. I don't exactly know what it's called. I think it's called favor, but it might be called tribute and Pewee 2 or something. All those puzzle box. 10.2k on the ritual? That's insane. I think I'm gonna pull 2 of them. Defer, reroll, and defer. Not bad. All those puzzle box got a writhing jar. Players who die sent to the void. And I want to do some research here. Slash who is Heist Lighthouse. That is definitely a map of choice. And since, their account is private, can't see what gear they're rocking. Still shows I'm using the Sunring Axe, that's good. But I can click this thing over here. No. Oh, I can only throw graph from mine. This will be map number 20. Up to 86% so far. Incandescent Invitation. I can take this. Free reroll, there isn't one here. Another free reroll. Not enough to defer. Okay, take some alts then. So, we need another batch of scarabs. The Abyss of Multitudes. I don't have the Hemophilias. I can do Beyond of the Invasion. I can do Scarab of Adversaries, more rare monsters, more Beyond Portals, and I guess do Increased Intelligence from Betrayal. Other Behemoth is still putting up numbers at level 97 for XP, so I think I was probably right. Abomination map, Immortal Resolve, that rare and unique enemy Beyond Portal Scarab is doing really nicely with the Beyond. And there's at least one, a lot of times two rare enemies at each Beyond node. So the Beyond presence has felt like it was more than with the merging radius, honestly. A Divine Orb in here? I can actually afford that. Yo, I don't have the free rerolls anymore. That's kind of rough. So that's a Scarab I missed. But that's okay. Gravicious chest. Oh, it's pinned. Vegan got trapped inside the tree. I can't click it. Awesome. Thank you, game. If I leave the map and come back in, does he just go away? No. Well, I can't do the research then. If I can't finish this. That sucks. If I defer the Divine, I can't take the audience, but I can defer them both, reroll, and then defer the audience. Sure. There's the level 99. Nice. 10 more Chayla splinters. Then, where do I put this passive point? Damage AoE is a possibility. Armor per endurance charge isn't much. Warcry AoE. Surge attack damage. This node right here is 16% Fizz damage. Probably that or Fizz attack speed or more damage against enemies that are on low life. You know what? That seems pretty good. I'm gonna do that. Picked up 169k gold. So I covered that. Then I need to put my chest back on this character. Grab these audience with the kings. Put on my fancy belt. And see what we got out of here. 49 chaos res. Yeah, that's enough. So I should. Yep, I maxed rage like instantly. I'm afraid I'm gonna get, like, bopped. I'm told that you count as being stationary while flicker striking, so yeah, I didn't get frozen there.
A slither of what my home feels like.
Oop, down. Left. Oh, right there. Cool. Alright, finish him. Very chilled, very ground degen. Give me that shrine. Ow! Finish up. No! Okay. Sure. Chest. Uh-oh. Oh, I almost didn't make it out of the maze. There are no wisps close to the end of it. Get him marked. Ball flicker! Oh! Okay. Finish. Amulet. Alright, this one was very short and easy. Go. Flasks. Vault flicker. And... oh, did he just die from that? I think he did. That's fun. Come on, Jewel. Chest. Okay. So didn't get that. Got a tempering orb though. And that berserker is now delving. Delve is not where you get fast XP. They're 22% of the way to level 98. I'm not gonna leave it up to a chance. I'm gonna push this video out and keep going. I've got like a 24-hour lead, even if it was like a race, but I don't want it to be stressful, so we'll get the Behemoth level to 100 next time. But that's gonna do it for this one. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.